look at scale diagrams and enlargements. So here we have a picture of a mosquito, and what we have here is we have the actual size is 12 millimeters, and here we have a picture in a book that would be 4.5 centimeters. So we need to find what is the enlargement factor. Well, to do that, you do the ratio between both numbers. So you just basically divide the bigger number by the smaller number. So here we have millimeters. So 12 millimeters is actually 1 and 2/10 centimeters. So what is the ratio between these two? Well, it's 45 tenths divided by 12 tenths. Now remember, to divide you need a common denominator. If you can't divide decimals, just put them in fraction. 45 tenths divided by 12 tenths. So your answer would be 45 over 12. So your ratio would be 3, and you would have a remainder of 9/12. So basically 3/4. So your in ratio is 3 and 3/4. That's your enlargement. So this picture is actually 3 and 3/4 bigger. So 3 and 3/4, well, 3 and 3/4 bigger than actual size. Let's do another example. So here we have a picture that has been enlarged. This picture has dimensions of 9 by 6, and it must be enlarged by a factor of 7/2, or I think it would be easier just to say 3.5 times bigger. So we need to calculate the new dimensions. So the new dimensions, all you need to do is multiply the current dimensions by the enlargement factor. So 9 times 3.5. So 9 times 3 is 27, plus half of 9, which is 4.5. So one new dimension would be 31.5. That would be one new dimension. So 31.5 centimeters. And the other dimension would be 6 multiplied by 3.5. So 3 times 6 is 18, and half of 6 is 3. So 31.5 by 21 centimeters would be the new dimensions if I want to get this picture enlarged by a scale factor of 7/2, or 3.5. And one final example. I have a picture here, and I want to enlarge this picture by a factor of 1.5. So let's do that. This is the current picture. I want to make sure I want each line to be 1.5 times larger. So it would look something like this, okay? Just larger. So what would be my new dimensions? Well, each side would be 1.5 times bigger. So 1 multiplied by 1.5 would be, so this side would now be 1.5. 3 multiplied by 1.5 is 3 plus half of 3, so 4.5 centimeters. And this one would also be 4.5 centimeters. This one would be 1.5 centimeters. And these one would both be 2 multiplied double 1.5 would be 3 centimeters and 3 centimeters. So that's how you enlarge. You just basically multiply by the enlargement factor. If you don't have the enlargement factor, you just do the ratio between similar sides. Here's your practice. Make sure you check behind the book.